Good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're at in the world. It's your boy Tyrus Bane. Welcome to the definition. Wait, no, this is not what that is. This is Freedom's March. Welcome to Freedom's March, where today I'm going to get into Israel. This is not going to be a live stream, y'all. It just doesn't have to be. Israel invaded Rafah against Joe Biden's wishes. Now, if I am a believer in the left-right paradigm lie, then I'm thinking that Joe Biden is weak, and I'm thinking Joe Biden is weak for urging Israel not to invade Rafah, and they do it anyway, and I don't do anything about it, right? He is going against the aid to Israel, which that might be considered not a weak move, but at the end of the day, I think he's probably going to give in. I don't know. But y'all know I'm not a believer in the left-right paradigm lie. I know that it's all bullshit. I know it's a uniparty situation going on. I know these people are all in cahoots. I know that, right? They all, and we know how much control and influence Israel has over the United States government. I mean, that's just a reality. I don't know why. I mean, I could go into the history a little bit, but I mean, at the end of the day, what history do they have? I mean, there was World War II, and then a lot of them came into power in the banking industry, the entertainment industry, the music industry. They strategically implanted themselves in every facet of society in the United States. And so they have a lot of power. They do. They have a lot of power. And so at the end of the day, Israel's going to do what Israel wants to do. They're going to invade Rafah. They're going to level Gaza. They're going to destroy Palestine. They're going to tear down the rubble. And they're probably going to take it over, and they're going to claim it as theirs. The whole area is going to become Israel, right? Palestine will now be Israel. That was part of the plan. That is part of the plan. They were probably itching to have, Palestine attack them so that they could do whatever the fuck they wanted to do. I mean, look how far they've gone, right? Yeah, they, according to them, Palestine threw a lot of shit at the Iron Curtain. And some of it got through. Listen, they did that hostage taking situation. They attacked an event in Israel on the 7th of whatever the fuck day that was, and it went from there. Now, if that wasn't a false flag, it's probably something that they were itching to have happen. And I know that the IDF has a lot of beefy anti-intelligence apparatuses, okay, on top of being a very potent, intelligence, intelligence agency themselves, right? The IDF is on point with a lot of shit, right? But they get a lot of assistance, a lot of aid, and a lot of money from our government. Right? They get billions of dollars a year. It's been like that for decades. So 22 Ronin was good. Yeah, it's been like that for decades. We've given Israel a lot of money. We give them control of a lot of cybersecurity in regards to the military and the government. And so, listen, Israel is going to do what Israel wants to do. And our government is going to back them no matter what. Now, they're going to put up this feigned resistance. They're probably not going to they're probably going to take a little while to give them aid, right? Give them money. But they already have money that they are already given them money. And so I don't believe that Israel can't do what they want to do. I mean, it is what it is. Israel's going to do what they want to do. That's just what it is, and are they going to drag us into World War III? Well, it depends on what happens with Iran. There have been some things going on with Iran, and also the United States we are putting this pier, right? So our military has installed a pier to Gaza, right? To give the impression that they are not going to put boots on the ground in Gaza itself. So they're going to stand on a pier attached to Gaza so that they can give aid to the Palestinians. Now, and this is what the general said. I forgot his name. Straight up, he said this. They built that pier for the troops to be so that, okay, they actually said that. And well, what if they shoot at you, right? The Hamas people. What if they shoot at the troops while they're on this pier? Are they given the order to engage if they return fire, if they're attacked? The general said, yeah, absolutely. So they're admitting that they're only building this pier to have the troops on so that they could give the impression that they're not putting boots on the ground in Gaza, but they will engage from the pier into Gaza. And that would still hold true that they are not going to put boots on the ground in Gaza, even though they're firing on the people in Gaza. This is what they're telling us. But they're there to give aid, right? They're going to give aid. They're going to make sure that why can't you just use third parties? Why can't you just use independent, those groups? But they're not going to bomb the shit out of U.S. troops. Or are they? We got to see what goes, right? Now, this is what we're dealing with, right? This is our world right now. And unfortunately, until something drastic happens, until we're able to stand up and for ourselves against any enemy, foreign and domestic, this is what it's going to be. We're going to remain in forever wars, right? Trump might come through in 2024 and he might end wars and there might not be a war for 4 years. But guess what? As soon as Trump is out of office, it's going to be, hey, well, guess what? Trump ain't there no more. Now we got a warmongering president that is going to come take his place. Now, this is what I think is going to happen, right? Because if we make it to 2028 as a country that's still intact, right? They're going to have, every candidate is going to be a pro-war candidate. And that's if we make it to the 2025 without being dragged into World War III. Then guess what? If we're dragged into World War III before Trump is elected as president, there's nothing he can do to stop it. Like, he's going to have to do something, right? You can't just go in there and you're going to have a hard time stopping it, right? The shit's going to happen all over the place. They're going to invade Taiwan, China. A lot of different things are going to happen as soon as that shot heard from around the world goes off. As soon as that shot heard from around the world goes off, it's probably going to be worse than World War II in terms of casualties, in terms of damage, destruction. New types of things might be introduced. Things that you would think would never be able to exist, but they are working in labs right now to make exist. Listen, understand this, man. We know that they are constantly working on these organisms to make them deadly. Well, here's the problem, right? Here's the problem, and I've explained this before. Here's the problem, right, with making these organisms deadly. If they're too deadly, they're not going to spread far enough, right? So the vector for the disease, which is the host of the disease, if it's too deadly, too many people are going to die in a much too concentrated area for it to spread like they want it to. So they need something like a Modelo 19 to not be so deadly that it could spread far and wide and still take some people out. So they say. They say it took a lot of people out, but I think we know what's taking more people out now. The answer to that Modelo 19, I believe, and most of the world believes, and it's essentially been confirmed, is taking a lot of people out. But the fact of the matter is, they are going to keep trying until something sticks. And if World War III pops off, I have a feeling it's going to be used as cover to release something. That's just my belief. Because in order to understand how wicked these motherfuckers are, you have to think wickedly sometimes. It's just what it is. That's just what it is. And the thing that they release needs to be deadly. But not because the disease itself is deadly, but because the people they infect becomes deadly. Because the purpose of any disease, right? Any pathogen, I'll say, is to spread itself as far and wide as possible, right? They want to increase their numbers like any other living thing. Like any other thing, they want to increase their numbers. That's just what they want to do. They want to infect as many people as possible. It's just like when, if you believe this, you know, the first group of human beings were in Africa, and they started increasing in numbers, and then they started spreading out across the world to find new places to inhabit. Well, that's what diseases do. That's what pathogens do. And so it's not personal, right, for the pathogen. The pathogen doesn't hate you. The pathogen wants to eat, survive, and spread. That's what it wants to do. And it's going to use you to do it. That's how the shit works. These diseases don't hate you. They want what you want. They want to live and be free. They want to do what the fuck they want to do. So that's what it is, y'all. And I know that I strayed from the topic a little bit, but maybe that's what Israel wants to do. Maybe Israel wants to spread itself far and wide. Maybe it wants to take over the entire Middle East. I don't know. What's the agenda? Well, we do know that they want to absorb Palestine and make it all Israel. We know that at the very least. We know they don't like Iran. We know they don't like other Muslim countries that they're surrounded by. You think they feel comfortable being surrounded by all these countries that hate them in their mind? It's not going to stop with Palestine if we let this happen. If our government lets this happen, they're not going to stop with Palestine. And yeah. So that's all I got to say for that matter. Much love, like, share, subscribe, and we're gonna keep marching forward toward freedom. Peace.